So I'm Cliff, and I'm an agile coach at Spotify, where I've been working for the last 3 years almost. And yeah, but I'm originally from South Africa, but now I live in Sweden. So yeah, that's me. Summary of my speech basically would be that I try to talk about some of the cultural aspects of the company and how we organize and operate ourselves that I think makes us different from other organizations. Specifically, I looked at things that a lot of people have seen stuff about Spotify and how we work, and what they miss is the things that we're not doing. So there's a few, and I picked up specifically 3 and talked about what they are, why we've chosen not to do them, and what we do instead of those things. I think a lot of the time that's a little bit more interesting than just seeing what we do. It's more the things that we don't do and how that plays out. That's quite interesting. So, I mean, my experience with Spotify is helping to grow that practice in an organization that is growing really, really fast. So my history is over the last few years at Spotify. When I started, we were about 850 people. Today we're 2,500. And in that is a sense of the practices and principles that we used back in the day when I started, I say back in the day because it feels that long ago, but what we were doing then is actually different now. So it's not so much transformation from not lean or not agile to now lean and agile. It's more a case of how do we grow that in an organization that is rapidly changing, which I think it's a very different type of problem. So I think some of the things that we found is that over time, as the organization grows, there is a sort of a natural progression where you have more people, and with more people doing work, you also end up with more management type people. Some people would say that that's a bad thing, but I think that actually just the right amount of management is highly helpful. I say this as someone who is a manager themselves, so perhaps a little bit self-serving in that I like the job that I have and I would like to continue doing something like that. But I think there's a lot of stuff that people can do in that sort of a role that adds a lot of value to the organization. In very traditional organizations, what would happen is that the layers of management are sort of like decision-making layers, and the idea basically gets filtered down as you go. And I don't think that we think about it that way. What we try to do is reinforce, if you think about it as the organization, at the edges are the squads and the people doing the work. And in the middle, you have this leadership team who understands the strategy and the direction, sort of high-level macroeconomic shifts, trend changes, direction of the industry, new thinking in management and leadership, that kind of thing. How can we use these to help these people do better things with what they're doing? So it's more a supportive role than it is necessarily a deciding or a directional role.